everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Edith Nadi and this is Family Care. In Family Care we do all manner of stuff. We talk about parenting, we talk about marital issues, we do all sorts of things. I think this channel is a place that all of us will come together to talk about what concerns us, how to be a better person, how to move one thing or the other in our life to make it better. Okay, so if you have subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. May God bless you. If you have not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Share this video, comment on them so that people around you, or some people, even if it's not important to you, it can be important to another person. It's not a must, it must be only you. Okay, let us not be selfish in this channel. This is a kind of a family. It's like a kind of a community. We talk to each other here. Okay, in today's video I want to talk about something that nobody tells you about. I want to talk about marriage. Things that no one tells you about marriage. You know, more especially we young ladies, you young girls like me, you know, when we hear about marriage, it's like, I'm getting married. Oh, you know, your head is like full of popcorn. There's a lot of butterfly flying in your heart. There's a lot of happy, smiley stuff going on in your head. Oh, I cherish all this stuff. That is what is called the preamble of the whole show. Okay, today we are going to talk about marriage. The topic of today video is things that no one tells you about marriage. Things that no one tells you about marriage. This is what I am here to discuss today with you. I don't even know where to start because it's huge. And I think I jot down some discussions. We had a discussion, me and my group, we had the discussion over the week. And we come out with some things that we see that people misunderstand, or people do, feelings that people have about marriage generally. And some of them said a lot of things they think that it would have been happening when they get married, or this kind of stuff. Okay, I'm going to be speaking in Hebrew also. You know my way, I speak in Hebrew, I speak in English. הווידאו של היום אנחנו הולך מדברים משהו שהרבה אנשים אומרים שהיא חושבת שאחרי החתונה is gonna be like that. כמי ממשיך ככה, איך אני נראה ממי מתקה שלי, חיים שלי, מה אני יכולה לשים בליד, you know, all kind of sweet stuff. So הרבה אנשים חושבים שזה ככה, זה נשואים באמיתי. לא, זה לא, ממש. It's very, very funny, okay? But this is the reality. We have to face the reality. You know, we have to face the reality. A lot of people get into a marriage, because they think that, I don't know, there's one song we normally sing in the church those days. They said, Amazing Grace, how sweet that sounds. Marriage, how sweet that sound. Ah, she's getting married. Ah, he's getting married. A lot of people are so happy for people to know, oh, I'm getting married. You know, you feel so respected, you feel so big, you feel so, it's so important, you know, so loved. The same thing, both vice versa. Gambanim, gambanot. With even men and women, we feel so happy during the time of our marriages, you know. I remember those days, you know. So in today's video, I want to tell you guys some things that nobody tells you about. Even your mother, who has been married for many years, will not tell you this that I'm going to tell you today. Even your father, who has been married for years, will not tell you this I am going to tell you today. Okay, and another thing, please don't condemn me if you think that what I'm saying is wrong. This is why we have this so as I was saying, sorry for that little break. As I was saying, the things I'm going to tell you today is something that even your mother cannot tell you. Your father, your close ones who love you so much, You know, when we say that we love people, we tend not to tell them the truth. We tend not to allow them to know the real things. Okay, this issue of I love my daughter, I love my son so much, I don't want the wife to maltreat him, I don't want the husband to maltreat my daughter, and who is he? You know, all this kind of stuff. Okay, this I think is it's bringing problems to our families. So today I am here officially to tell you those things that nobody have ever tell you about marriage. Let me relax. It's like I'm rushing. I'm not rushing. Today I have time for you guys. Okay, I have time for you guys. We have gathered enough information. I have enough information here for us to discuss today. These are the things we had in our discussion within the week, me and my ladies. Okay, these are the things that are bothering some of them, so we use it as a kind of a random sampling to reach others, okay, to help other ladies out there, because our slogan normally says that we are the women that build the world. Okay, we believe women are the one building the world. We are not saying that men are not doing anything. No, men are doing something. Men are great. In short, men are our boss. Okay, let me just put it like that. I throw up for them. Okay, at Wale. So, but we believe that we are the women that is going to build the world, because if we find out that majority of things we suffer today is because of children that are not properly brought up from homes. Okay, children that are brought up from a very wrong foundations, they are the ones who are doing all this manner of problem in the society, all this killing and stuff and rest of them, criminal, all these things. If your children are well properly trained, or all this divorce here and there we are hearing up and down, if our kids are properly trained, they will be able to know. At least we Christians, we normally say all the time, train up your kids in the way that you should go, that when he grow, he can never depart from it, in the ways of the Lord. If you train your child in the ways of the Lord, be you Christian, be you Jewish, be you this. So, had it been that we train our children very well, you know, the children will not be, they will know the do's and don'ts. This life is governed by principles. Each of us that miss that principle, each of us that miss that the foundation, it's always like that. Even in building, if you are building and you don't do a proper foundation, that building is bound to collapse. The same thing, if you compare the principles of building, why can't you follow the principles of life in everything we do? If the family is, if the children are being well brought up, if we train our children in a way, in the manner that you should know and respect each other, they will know. Okay, they'll be able to follow in these steps. Okay, there are some things that we don't need to bother ourselves about in life again, because why? It is being properly taken care of. Fundamental already, they have already known that. So this is why you see somebody will get married today, next minute they are divorced. I had a friend that married under 1 month, they are divorced. I had some that married after 1 year, they are divorced. Why? Because there are some certain things about marriage that people need to tell them. Now nobody is telling them. They believe in what they know, they are living in what they think, they are believing in all this fantasy, all this how do I say this? I'm not a cartoon fan. All these prince whatever and Cinderella story and rest of them, you see how the prince just carried her, take her, put her. No, it's not. It's not always like that. If there had been there somebody that would be there to tell these children, tell this our upcoming generation that marriage is never a bed of roses. It's not something. It's not. It's. I don't know how to say it. There is a nut that we normally eat in Africa. It's called bitter cola. Some of you can Google it. You can check the name bitter cola. It's at the beginning. The sound sounds so sweet. When you're chewing it, the taste is not what you expected. It became sour, it became bitter. This is exactly what marriage is all about. You shouldn't expect your marriage to be every day. It must be sugar, 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 sugar. Or it must be this. No. Even life itself is not even fair. Talk more of. We have to tell these children the truth. A lot of them are having misconceptions about marriage. The way he started with me, he's coming back, he bought a gift for me, he bought a roses, he took me out to a place, he do that, that it will continue like that. And when this stop, we cannot be able to manage ourselves and know that, okay, this was for a moment. And now, there's some things they say that men, for example, men are project driven. When they are pursuing you, you are the project at that moment. They are running after you, they are calling you, hello, how are you, what are you doing, where are you going, what are you stepping, what are you cooking, do you come, do you go? He doesn't continue like that at the end. Immediately you say, I do. He believes that you are an adult like him. You should know what to do. You should know some steps. So let me not bore you with all this my preaching. I love preaching. Let me not bore you guys with this. I am going straight to the point. The topic says the things nobody tells you about marriage. Okay? The things nobody tells you about marriage. Marriage. I don't even know how to start. I don't even know where to start, but I must start somewhere. Okay? In marriage, a lot of people don't know the reason why they give you certificates even before you start living together. Do you know why? They give you tuda ne swim. Do you know that lama maybe learning tuda ne swim definition like my fellow garin biahad? No. The reason is that they believe that you are matured enough for this game. You have already passed it before you say I do. Before you say I do, they believe that anything that will come your way, you should be able to handle it. Not any little thing that happen, you start running, my mother, my father, my this, my that. You are running away. I'm speaking like Indian, So, you are running back, calling your mother, calling your father, instead of sitting down to find out what is that I do that cause trouble, that make him to be upset or make her to be upset. So that I can be able to say, I'm sorry, I will not do it again, So, for them to give us certificates during our marriage, during our wedding, shows that we are matured enough to handle whatever situation that will come our way. This is the reason why, okay? This is more reason why they give us certificates. After you have collected your certificate, you come back home. My dear, in every occasion, in every organization, there must be somebody who is in charge of that organization, whether you like it or not. I just want to be frank with anybody. Being you Jewish, being you Muslim, being you pagan, being you whatever religion you practice, somebody must be head of that family, whether you like it or not. If it is not God, it must be Satan. So, if you are aiming and you are imagining to have a great family, please, if you're a Christian, please endeavor to pray. Pray and make sure you build up a spiritual relationship with God in partnership with your marriage. If I tell you that people that have great marriage, they don't have issues. No, they do have. But because there is God in the center of their home, being you Muslim, being you Jewish, pray. Learn to pray. In my own marriage, I cultivated, don't mind the noise around, please. I tell you guys, I live around the road. My house is very close to the Kivish. Whether you like it or not, somebody must be head of your home. So it's either for you, it's now for you to choose who will be the head of your home. Is it Satan or is it God? If you draw your man to God, he will always be afraid of God, and you see humility in him. He will understand life better. He will have fear of God. Likewise, if you draw your wife close to God and not all this clubbing, jangan, it's not. You are now into a serious business. You are now into a relationship, marriage. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about boyfriend and girlfriend issue. You guys are now into a serious issue. You have to face it. Bring God into your family. Jewish, you know that you worship God, you know God. Bring God. I was talking with one young lady last time about God and this stuff. He said, this is a fallacy. The mamash idiot. We all, as long as we're a living being, you must reference God. Being you Jewish, being you Christian, somebody must be head of that family. And you know, they say that anybody that is in charge of the family, when God is in your family, happy it should be. Then when the devil is in charge of your family, trouble everywhere. Drunkenness, trouble everywhere. So please, let us try to make God to be the foundation of our family. In my own house, I pray in the morning permanently. My husband pray in the night. Whether we are sleeping or not, sometimes you see me, I'm between sleeping and waking, I'm hearing him praying in the night. It has been part of us. And it has been something that nobody will tell you, okay, pray. Immediately it's bucket off. The next thing is pray. Okay? So this is it. We should always pray. We should always pray. Another thing I want to tell you now, we are moving gradually. We talk about how we start the romantic stage and all the rest of them, now into marriage, now into certificate, now into foundation of the house, which is the prayer, whether Jewish or Muslim. Now we are now going to marriage itself. For you to have a great marriage, you must work hard. You must work hard. Sorry, I'm always sounding lady in all my videos. Somebody was asking me, do you think I'm his mother, that I have come here to come and train up a child or train him up as a child? No, you are not here to train him up. I know he's an adult, but I want to ask you ladies, if you are saying that he's not your child, then what is he looking on your chest? Okay? You understand me? I don't want to go deep. I believe adults in this channel, you understand me. What is he doing? What is he doing? If you think that you cannot take your husband as your child in your mind, so what is he doing there? Okay? So we must work hard. Marriage is not a game of kids. It's not a game of children, because this your beautiful body and your beautiful will walk upon. If you are working like 8 hours just when you're alone, add more 4 hours to it, because sometimes you see that you have to do some hard choices. Excuse me. So as I was saying, we must work hard for our marriage to stand. You must work hard. Do you know how farmers? You know, the way I compared my marriage that make it easy for me is that I compare it that I am a farmer, an agriculture. I don't know what is called in Hebrew. People that godelo hel madama. I put my marriage to be like that. When we started, my husband have some few things that attracted me to him, or that actually attracted him to me. Okay, he was not perfect the way I want, but at least I saw some level of, I see about at least 50% of what I wanted in a man. Which one of them? The one of them is kindness. The devote. I saw kindness in him, and kindness, I know that kindness is the mother of respect. This is how I said yes when he approached me, and we started walking down the road together. Okay, so in this, our marriage, look at your marriage as a farm work. In a farm work, they will show you a field where you are going to cultivate. Some field can be so bushy, but it's a good land. But it can be a lot of forest. It can be a lot of weeds and things for you to clear. It can be empty bottles. It can be broken bottles for you to clear out. Then if you're a lazy human being, you just look at it and say, no, it's too much, I will not do it. No, I was looking for the man that was already cleaned. Okay? Don't forget, we are looking at our marriage in the field of farming, agriculture. Then But if you are the kind of a woman that have a large heart, you will take it gradual by gradual. Before you know it, within 5 days, you have cleared the whole land and it became table. And the eyes will say, wow, I have done a great job. Now, the first one has finished. What are you going to do? I don't know about how they do agriculture in Israel so much. I'm talking about African perspective. Then you have to start tilling. I missed something. That time you were clearing the bush. This is the time you are clearing the things that is in the life of your husband or your wife that you don't like. Gradual by gradual. If you do it by force, you may hurt yourself. You may get injured. So you have to do it gradual by gradual. Take out those things out of his life. Take out small things out of her life. Don't do it at once. Don't do it the same day. Patience and time. You must work with them. Then now you have finished clearing those things. At least you have a little space for you to start farming. You have to start tilling. We call it tilling. We start breaking the ground. I know you guys work with machineries. You start tilling the ground. After you till the ground, it's soft now for you to cultivate. When you cultivate, this is the time that you start downloading like a new laptop. You download the WhatsApp, you download Facebook, you download. Sometimes your internet may be slow. Sometimes the individual you are dealing with may be slow in learning. It can take him months, it can take him years for him to be able to learn the stuff you want to put in. I'm talking about vice versa, men and women. It can take time, it can take months for you to download all this stuff in him or her. Okay? Then when you finish cultivating, then we now come into planting. You have finally taken out everything that you don't like. Most of the things, not everything, most of the things that you don't like that is in him or that is in her. And now you are planting those things you want. Maybe some families, they don't know how to say thank you. You have to tell him, honey, can't you say thank you to me? At least you smile. Then he will say thank you. You will say it again and again and again, different days, until it became part of him. He say, hi, thank you, it was nice. You understand? During my own time, my husband was not the kind of person that I say thank you with mouth, but he said it with his attitude. A lot of men are like that. A lot of women are like that. But if you are the type that like to hear thank you verbally, you should try to tell him, oh, can't you say thank you, honey? Can't you say thank you, my darling? You will say, okay, thank you. You have learned that one. Okay? So this is how you keep on downloading, putting all those stuff that you want to be in your marriage. That's why I say that marriage is a hard job. It's a hard work. It's not something that you just jump in. I was speaking, me and one of my friends was speaking to one lady that have issues with the family, with the husband. And I was trying to advise her, because she have kids. It will be very hard for the person to, I don't like people that have kids to just quit marriage like that. Instead, I will tell you, if you don't like what you are getting, change what you are putting. Okay? So, you now have to, I was talking to her, and she was like, I'm trying my best. I said, try harder and pray harder. And be humble. You get whatever you want, okay? And the other lady was telling her, please, excuse me. Don't say that. She was, excuse me. And she was a kind of high voice somebody. And he was telling me, please, excuse me. Don't say that again. Did she come and train the man? Is it the mother? If the man is not trained, leave him alone. Leave him and live your life. And let him pay mezonot. Everybody here in Israel is fighting for mezonot. And what is zona and what is zonot? You understand? If your father, if your mother run away from her own marriage, then what do you think that where do you think that you will run to in time of your crisis? Because probably she will be in another home, or she will be somewhere. Marriage, I don't know how to put this. They say that it's those that are strong in war that are being called warriors at the end. If you are very halash at war, nobody will call you a warrior, because you fight and run. If you fight and win, you will be called a warrior. Marriage is for warriors and not for quitters. Okay? Be patient. If your husband is harsh, learn to be meeky. Be quiet like pussycat. Go down. Okay? Don't and rub shoulder with a man. I'm the same quality. I'm equal with you. Okay. So we should be very, very careful. Okay. That's why I say that if you look at your marriage in the aspect of farm work, it will be easier for you. It will make workload easier for you. Okay. Another thing I'm talking about is that sometimes we are fighting on changing our partners and we forget to change ourselves. If your partners are always angry with you, you always crash with each other, can't you sit down and think, maybe there's some things in my own life personally that I need to change? You understand? Sometimes it's our ego that we are trying to rub ego with men, forgetting that men are like iPhone and we are like Nokia. Women and ego, our ego is detachable. You can detach your ego, but men's ego is like an imbued. It's imbued. It's like battery of iPhone. You must know that I should not rub ego with my man if I actually want this marriage to work. Because their own is permanent. Our own is like Nokia phone. You can detach, you can even throw it in water, wash it, couple it, and it will work again. This is how we are being wired. Women and men are being wired, are not wired the same way. Our own wiring, as God made it, is different to their own. So I see a lot of women that keep on complaining to me because I do a kind of a counseling section at home. I see a lot of women that always complain to me, I have ego problem. I keep on telling them, this ego, it can never add nothing to your height or take nothing from your fatness the way you are. If you take it out, it will never, you lose nothing. Instead, you gain shalom. You gain peace at heart. You gain peace of mind. You gain peace at home. When you take out your ego. If you're a married woman and you're still battling with ego, see you and see divorce very close. And I'm very sorry if you're the type that have children, because these children are the ones suffering, not even you. I'm not saying that if your marriage is as bad as seeing you and seeing them, that you should not do nothing. If it's as bad as that, you people can go for a break. Okay? It's only that we, the Africans, we don't normally know that when marriage is about to crash, instead of going straight for divorce, you go for separation. You can separate for like 6 months. Be your own and let me be my own. Then you people will ask yourself whether you want to be again. You see that you miss each other, because sometimes when you stay with somebody so much, you become over familiarity coming. So you give yourself a break. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. We must work hard. We must work hard to keep our family. We must work hard to keep our man. We must work hard to keep our women. As I'm talking to men too. One man that was abusing the wife, humiliating and insulting her. The wife got angry and got out of the house. Just less than 2 months, he got a fake friend, which was not actually even the boyfriend. It's just a fake friend. We call it Yadid here in Israel. And the Yadid have money. And whenever the husband see her passing in a car with the Yadid, the husband calculated that, oh, he's sleeping with my wife. He wants to faint. He wants to die. You see him dying. Don't let it to be to this extent. As the woman is trying to give you your respect, please try to give her respect too. Okay? So let's try to work on ourselves. Work on yourself. Change those things you need to change. And let him change the things he needs to change. Okay? Let him change the things he needs to change. Are you a man that are trying to change things? Please don't be Mr. Right. I have seen a lot of men that are over Mr. Right. They don't do anything. Anything you tell them, they argue on it. They don't want to change. This is how I am. If you don't take it this way, leave it. It must not be like that. You must learn to change. Because I'm learning you and you are learning me. I must not be the only one to be scumbering to you, or oh, my majesty. Sometimes it will be, oh, your majesty too. Okay? This is how they do it. I've said it before. So, and another thing I want to tell you girls is that, I don't know how to say this. Men are project driven. Their heart is centered on this one thing. Women can pursue 5 things at a time and still be able to get all of them. Men, their hearts pursue only one thing, and if they get that thing, they drop it and continue pursuing another thing. Like the time you are about to get married, your husband was all over you like a football, you know, a kind of, I don't know how to describe it. He's all over you. He talk to you, he asks you, he cherish you, he do all these things because he's putting all his energy on you because he want to get you. Now he have getting you. I'm not saying that it's good to get a woman and just leave her emotionally down. No, it's not good. But we women should know that men are project driven. I shouldn't expect my husband to be calling me even after we have now like 4 kids, to be calling me like 10 times a day. If he managed to call me 5 times a day, I should be satisfied with that. Or likewise, if I feel like he's not calling, I should be the one calling too. They said that if Muhammad did not go to mountain should either should now go to Muhammad. Okay? We should try. You should try, okay? Please. Then, as they said that men are project driven. They have gotten you. You're already married. You already gotten your ring. You have gotten your certificates. You're at home. You know that you are running nowhere again. You belongs to me. I belongs to you. Game is over. Now, we are now facing the real thing. Now, this man is rushing. How will I get up to maintain this family I started? How will I manage with the pregnancy that is coming? How will I manage with the kids? How will I get the money to buy a house, to build a house, all this stuff? And you still want his head to be empty, to be coming to you, oh, my butterfly, oh, my mosquito, oh, my cutie, my catty. No, his head has moved ahead. That is the time I always advise women. If your husband don't have time for you, have time for yourself. Create time for yourself. Find a way of putting yourself in his front. He can be coming from work. You just go and grab him at the door. Give some peck, you know, give some kiss. A warm hug, welcome hug. He's sitting, you come and throw some things. You are cooking, you bring it together. Even sometimes I bring my cooking in the salon. I bring the vegetable stuff in the salon. And then we are watching television together. We are watching football and we are peeling the vegetable, or we are chopping the vegetable. Or I am making a kind of pastries. I'll tell him, okay, you know what, chop the carrot for me, let me do this stuff. You must find a way of putting yourself in the game, because you are going out of the game if you don't know. This is real. This is real. I told you guys I'm going to be real today. I no need of pretending. You're already going out of the job. You're already going out of the game. His mind is already in another job. So find a way of putting yourself back to the game. Some people will pretend he doesn't care about me again. He doesn't even call me. If you don't call you, call him. If you don't care about you, when he come back, you can even lie down with him, be squeezing the toes, or give him your finger to be massaging. These are the kind of stuff. I tell women that marriage is not for dollies. It's not for damnedies. It's not for people who are not smart. For you to have a successful marriage, you must be smart and you must be a good sakanit. You must be a good player. If you're not a good player, they will leave you behind. Like I've dated something. Another thing, clean up yourself. Make sure you're always attractive. If I tell you I'm at home, I'm at home in my house. And this is how I am since morning. I didn't go to anywhere today. I'm at home, 24 hours at home. So people, when they visit me, they ask me, are you going out? I say, no, I'm not going out. I'm at home. My husband is too young for me to be moving up and down like his grandmother at home. I have to look charming, you know. I have to look charming. I'm always, immediately I wake up in the morning, I freshen up myself. And you dress up yourself. You look charming at home. Not wearing one panty, moving up and down, showing Nikudot laps that is Nikuda everywhere. If you have a fine leg, lucky you, I salute you. If you don't have a fine leg, dress up and be decent. Okay? Try to be decent so that you can be able to find yourself in the shoe. Another thing I want to tell you guys, I have a friend. I'm sorry if you watch this video. Nobody know you. I'm just making a reference. I have somebody who divorced the husband because of the mother-in-law. Are you divorcing your husband because of his mother? Why? What is the reason? The mother is always calling him at the middle of the night. She is sick, calling him within the week, and you take part call him. If she don't call the son that he will take part call him, will he call the neighbor? You are just in his life barely 2 years, 3 years. And this woman has been in this life of this guy for almost 30 years, 40 years. And you are getting angry. At Kweset, she korele ima shelo. She mashelo korelo. Shani khole. And you take part kolim. Yesh kvrosh. And you lokala lo shem balayla. You want him to absolve ima shelo just because of you, Princess Dinah. You want him to leave the mother. If you are a smart woman, I tell her, if you were smart, if I were you, I will make that woman to be my best friend. And if we became the best friend, anytime she have a problem, she will start calling me, not even calling the son again. She will start calling you. And you are now the one telling your husband, oh, mama called, Ima called, she says she's not feeling fine. I'm going to take her to Pat Kolim after work. I'm going to visit her over the weekend to clean the house for her. My dear, you are rejecting your husband. You are rejecting your fiancé because of the mother. Don't forget that it's just a question of years. In less than 25 years, you are going to be hamata to another person. You are going to be a mother-in-law to another man or another woman. Then, if you are calling your own biological child that you need his or her assistance, and the child is telling you, my mother, especially, didn't allow me to come, how will you feel? This is what I normally do. Put people in the way you want people to treat you. Treat people the way you want them to treat you. Think about this. This guy has been in this woman's life for years. Only for you to come in under 2 years, you're complaining. Please excuse me. If you are smart, take that woman to be your own mother. Tell me if it is your biological mother that is calling at the midnight that she's sick. Won't you leave even what you are doing? Even 12 o'clock midnight, I'm very sure that you are going to run to her. So why are you punishing that innocent woman? Depriving her of her access to her child. If another woman do it to you, how will you feel? You should always think. Law of karma. Ulam vegalgal. What goes up must surely come down. It's only a question of time. So you that is trying to divorce your husband because he's too close to his mother, I'm divorcing him because he's too close to the mother, shake and think twice. Okay? Please, instead of all this stuff, find a way of fixing yourself into the family. Be part of that house. Be part of full-time part of that family. Be the closest friend that the mother will ever have. Before the death of my husband's mother, I know how close we were. If I visit her, she will take me to the bus stop where I'm going to take a bus, and we stand for close to 1 hour again before we enter a bus. Any bus that come and want to enter, she will say, no, Edith, wait, you have not finished talking. You can't do it. Women's heart is very easy to manipulate. Buy her common a cheap bag that you cannot think of, that have shine, that have Zav Dilamiti, Zav Mezuyafin. Buy one black bag that have one golden color, and one slippers that's even as cheap as 100 shekel, 50 shekel. And you see how she be singing your name every time. You are coming next time, buy her one similar, buy her night wears. Sometimes take her to salon and make her tipona and make her hair. These are the small things you take to buy the heart of your mother-in-law. Or the heart of your in-laws. Buy their hearts and find a way of fixing yourself in their family. And you, woman, know how to put your husband to be among your family. Don't come in and drag him and snatch him and run away with him. Don't be a thief. Don't be a ganavim. You come into a family, you just marry the man, you steal him and you run away. You don't want to put him in your family. You don't want him to mingle with the family. It's only me, myself. This is what is killing the world. Don't be selfish. I told you people to prepare and sit down. Don't go anywhere. Today I'm going to do 1 hour video. Because enough of this rubbish. All my friends, every time, hey, I'm getting married. I'm getting married. Next month, you are seeing her. How is your husband? Meta. How is your husband? Meta. Me, Meta. Meta, it means that how is your husband? He's dead. After showing me a wedding card. Do you think that a marriage is a chewing gum? It's not a mastic. You just chew. The sugar is finished. You don't throw marriage. A marriage is a long mastic. Shatrezrok matashe suka nigmal. You don't need to throw away your marriage like as if it's mastic. I know some men can be difficult to met. I know. But if it's difficult in this way, follow the other way. If it's difficult here, follow the other way. And do it with respect. He will get tired of troubling you and he will not have any choice other than to join you. Relax and be with you. Okay? Be fond of you. You understand? So please don't snatch your husband away from the family, and know how to put your husband to be among your own family. Because if you keep on telling them, Abba Sheli is a Benadam Ra. If you keep on telling your family, my husband is a bad person, he doesn't respect me, he kill me, he throw me, he do this. This is the picture that will be in their heart. Nobody will know that you people have made peace after when you have made peace with him. When you settle with your husband, nobody will know. Everybody will start be looking at him, Benadam Ra, Ulo Benadam Tov. He's a bad person. He's not a good person. But you guys are now already enjoying yourself at home. And they are there still fighting for you. So, the picture of, mind the picture you give out about your spouse, about your partner, to others, to your family, to your friends, to community. Because whatever picture you give to them, this is picture they are going to hold. I know a woman that is always insulting the husband, beating him, throwing all manner of things to him. Okay? Feeling that they cannot do nothing. Don't push him. Don't push him. Give a good picture of him to your family. Okay? Now I'm coming to another level of thing that cause a lot of problem in the house. Cause a lot of balagan. Berayon, Leda, Betsefel. The thing that bring major problem in marriages is pregnancy, childbearing stage, and the school stage, more especially preschool and the primary school. These are the time, another time that is very, very difficult in families, in marriages. The woman is pregnant. You don't know that a pregnant woman, you a man, I'm talking to you. You don't know that some pregnant women, they can be lazy. They don't have any single strength. They are suffering from anemia that makes them to be so weak. Some of them cannot even make shower. Some of them cannot even eat. Some of them are just vomiting throughout the whole time. It's the zmashe kashe. Then you guy, you will come back to the house. You see the house is still the same. She did not clean the house. She did not cook. She don't even take her shower. And you don't even care how she feels. Instead of for you to, if you can, start from where you can in the house. You start nurturing grudges in your heart. Bitterness in your heart. It's like I married the wrong person. It's like she's a lazy woman. Excuse me. It's like she's a lazy woman. She can't do anything in the house. She can't even clean up the house. The house is smelling. Forgetting that she's like equally like a sick person at this time. Whenever your wife is pregnant, please don't give them more stress, because the stress they are going in already is something else. Hormone that is changing their mind. You are happy 1 minute. You are down next minute, you are crazy next minute, you are hot now, you are cold now. It's terrible. So please, in this time, we should not. I know a couple of people that divorced from the pregnancy. I have a couple of them, a lot of them in our group. And some of them are now shouting, had it been needed to meet you on time, I wouldn't have divorced my husband. Or my husband wouldn't have divorced me. Because when he's talking, I was shouting on him back. Because he was ignorant of what is going on with me, and I was ignorant that I should just ignore him because he don't understand. So, pregnancy, we should take note of that. Explain to your husband that a woman who is pregnant is always so tired, so weak. Anemia, losing of blood in the body, contribute to it. So we should know that. Then, now childbearing. When the children are small, you are just suckling, all the attention is being shifted to that child. Then you don't have any attention for your husband again. The husband will keep on agitating. He don't have any time for me in his mind. He don't have any time. He don't even cook. He don't even clean. 1 minute he tell you the baby was sucking, I was tired, I sleep off. You know, all kind of stuff. Then, if you give birth to a baby girl, kudos. If your child was a baby girl, your husband is going to snatch her from you, showering the whole love to that child, leaving you behind. It's up to you to come and grab the leg of the child. He's saying, Ima Shelley, Buba Shelley, Metuka Shelley. Then you hold the leg. Oh my baby, oh my baby. You know, you grab the leg of the child, at least for you to be in the picture small, you know. Oh my baby. But if you sit down one place and thinking he don't notice me, he only care about his daughter now, you are there punishing yourself. And at this time, a lot of women feel so bad that the husband know only the child, that he don't even care. Immediately come back from work, you grab the child, they are happy together. You are no longer in the picture at all at all. If you don't try to maneuver, come and hold the leg of that child and start kissing the leg and telling him, oh, Mama, she was very good girl today, she was very good child today, she was a this. I say, then the husband will say yes. If not, you're in the back. There's another project finish. And one thing that hurts me so much is that men, let me ask you guys, why do you always start the things you cannot finish? Why do you always start the things you cannot finish? You pick somebody's daughter and you start giving her a very high hope. Her hope, tikva shelakova mamash lemala. Enkumani ani kovale ulokalala simply ani. It's like you have given her a very high hope. Before you know it, at Moridaya dime and she will fall down back to the ground. You leave her emotionally down. It's better don't even start it. Don't even start that your chukumuku. Don't even start that your love you with me. Because I know it's not going to be for long. I have to start finding my way into your heart. Job, everything will take over. So it's better tell me, let's be frank with each other. I think kind of, I love you, you love me, okay? This life is very, very funny. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. So now we have passed the stage of the baby at home. Now the children have started school. I mean, 1, 2, 3. The woman, she'll be the one, maybe she go to work late. She'll be the one to drop the children in the school. Then the husband go to work early. Maybe some husband come back late. And the woman will start agitating, start feeling so bad that she is the one that prepared the children, put them in the school, do this, do that, bring them back still. The whole stress is on her. Why not you, a man? Because we do it at home. My husband, may God bless and bless and bless and bless this man for me. He is the best husband ever. He is the one that wake up around 6 o'clock in the morning and started making sandwich for the children, preparing their lunch box, making their breakfast, making his own breakfast, showering them even before I wake out of bed. Why? Because you know that throughout the night I was walking around, checking the children, checking who is on the bed, who is out of bed, who covered, who did not cover. Okay? So he understands. So what he normally do is that he get up on time, do some major of the things before I even wake up. Okay? That's why I say may God bless him for me, Bemet. And God will surely bless him for me. Because he's a darling. So, men, please, try to wake up early. Don't leave the whole work for her. I know the job and everything is for women. But please, wake up early to help her. At least it will ease her some tension. When she wake up, the children are ready. She can easily take her own shower and pick them to school. And coming back, when she know that you are doing the morning stuff, she will not bother herself so much because you know that you are working in the morning for the kids. Her only just to take them and bring them back. And when they are back from school, please, if you come back the same time or a little bit earlier or later than her, because this time around everybody is working. Woman is working, man is working. It's not like those days that women are 24 hours at home taking care of the house and taking care of the kids. things have changed. Even no woman will even agree to start home with you because you cannot satisfy all my needs. You understand? So if they come back, make sure that you help her in showering these children in the evening. Take them shower in the evening. Help her to at least encourage the children to eat, because children of nowadays, they are very lazy in eating. They don't eat. And when she's sitting down, Tokli, eat. The child is not eating. The child is crying. The other one is crying. She became mad. And the aggression, she will transfer it to you. But if you help her, she will come behind and help the other child. And you people will work together. You must work hand in hand for this marriage to work, for this family to stand, for us to maintain happiness at home. These are the stuff that nobody will tell you. You must work hand in hand. Okay? For us to continue this thing. Okay? Another thing that I think is very, very important that we need to talk about is insecurity in marriage. This had one of another cause of broken homes and divorce and rest of them. Insecurity. When a woman, more especially, is not secured in her marriage, she will not be able to stand with you. Okay, let us keep our finance together. She will say no. Let us build together. She will say no. Let us buy house together. She will say no. Why? Because she feels insecure because of your attitude towards her. But I want to assure you today that women are like water. They are like water. You can drink them. You can drink them if you know how to respect them too. We always say that a woman should respect the husband. The husband, we respect men a lot. But men are playing with our intelligence. They are playing with our emotions. Quit playing with your wife's emotion. Quit playing with your partner's emotion. She falls on the floor. She rejected her father's surname. She will say, I do, in the presence of everybody with you. And the only thing you can do is to be pushing her mouth and her emotion and her heart everywhere. You can't satisfy her. You can't do one thing or the other that she needs. Emotional torture all the time. Do you want to kill her? I beg you guys, always put your wife to be like, if this woman is to be my sister, if this woman is my sister, and the husband is maltreating her like this, and my sister comes to me and report, how will I feel? Or if it's your loved ones, and the husband is maltreating her, how will you feel? And you, a woman, if that husband you are maltreating is to be your brother, will you treat him like this? If it will be to be your son, will you throw him out of the house? Because in Israel, what I hear so much is that they throw the man out of the house. In Africa, the reverse is the case. In Africa, the men are the ones that throw women out of the house. But in Israel, women are the ones throwing men out of the house. Some of them are just fighting for maisonette. Will anybody pay you that I have won the case against my husband? Will anybody pay you that I have won the case against my wife? I took him to court, and the judge have put this thing, he must sign the divorce paper. Kolak of what? Kapine. You win it. We are not going to give you mayor of Tel Aviv, mayor of Ramat Gan, or Rosh Hashanah Medina. Kapine, you win. They will give you to that you have won your husband in the case. You are the winner. Please. Or that you have sacked your wife, you have divorced your wife. They will give you the Kabbalah. That's Kolak of what? You divorce her, Magyala. Nobody is going to applaud you. Instead, you are the one who is going to be suffering emotionally and start looking for another Caleb for you to live with. Or start looking for another Kalba for you to live with. We should stop this rubbish. I am not the best. And I'm not expecting you to be the best. Instead, understand me. Let me understand you. When I tell people that in marriages, it's better to live with understanding other than to live with love, they always tell me, Edith, why? I say, yes. I prefer to live with understanding in my marriage than to live with love, because we don't know what is love. What we call love is lust. What we call love in marriages is called lust. We are just lusting after maybe the S part of it. You understand me? Because of the kids that watch. Maybe the S part of it is what we enjoy. This is what is perfect, and this is this. No. We don't know what is love. We call lust love. So for me, I prefer that every marriage should know should have understanding. Mutual understanding is far better good than love. I'm saying it out of experience. Okay? So, if the woman is not secured, she will never give you a space for you to do anything with her, to do any investment with her. So respect her. Respect her and buy her heart and the way she respects you. Don't give her emotional trauma. Stop maltreating her. I have seen a lot of women that, I think this is going to bring my topic for next week. What lack of satisfaction can cause in marriages. This is the topic for next week. Okay? A lot of women are not. They're not getting their satisfaction. They're thinking whether I should. It makes them to start thinking, my boyfriend, like those of them that have a boyfriend before marriage, my boyfriend is far better than him, and this, that, and this, that. It start giving them chances of imagination and thinking and all this stuff. Some of people, when you ask for your satisfaction, they go as far as calling you Zona, a harlot. I don't know, I was living with a harlot. Hey, he can never get satisfied. He can get away. They say somebody who doesn't have enough property say that the house is so big to live in. When you get a house and it's too big and you don't have properties to put in it, you always complain that the house is too big. You understand? So please, the women are having emotional trauma, okay? Please, let's help them. And if you work with them, they will give you their heart. Women are so sweet to stay with. They are so sweet to be with. Don't bring the demon in them. Because if you bring it out, you can never live with them. Likewise with men. Some men are so good to be with. But if you don't give them their respect, even if your husband is as short as 4 inches, give him his respect. As long as you say, I do, respect him. Don't compare him. Quit comparing. Comparing him with, it's not macho, it's not geve, it's not gavua, it's not this. Don't you see it before you say I do? Immediately you say I do, enter house, manage what you have. Okay? Manage what you have. So, I don't know where I am now. I told you guys I jot some things down. Mutual respect. So as I was saying, another thing I want to mention is that if you are married, please look for a mentor. Any marriage that doesn't have a mentor, a good mentor. There's a lot of people that are bad mentors. They will tell you, leave her, throw her, bad friends. You go and tell her, my husband do this, my friend do that, my partner do that. They will tell you, what are you still doing? More especially those ladies that are working, they will tell you, you are working. You can't you feed yourself, can't you pay house rent? After all, you are the one paying house rent for him. Quit him, throw him away. These are bad mentors. Please beware of somebody who call you a mentor. Beware of who you call your mentor. I prefer you to look for a woman that is over 30 years in marriage and still living together with his husband. She will tell you the truth. Or look for a man who is married for over 30 years and still live with the wife. They will tell you the truth. Don't make a young lady your mentor. Don't make a young boy your mentor. Don't make your boyfriend your mentor. Don't make your girlfriend your mentor. Because they may give you a wrong advice that would make you to quit. Don't make your mother. If you don't have the kind of mother that I have, my own mother was the one that at my early stage of marriage, I was having crisis with my husband. And I ran to her. I tell her I was looking for an avenue. Somebody would tell me, just quit. Just don't mind him. Quit. After all, you're in abroad. After all, you are feeding yourself. You are working. You are working class lady. My mother, what she told me was only one word. She said, if it is possible for us to exchange, you will take your father as your husband. I will take your husband as my own. Just for one day. And if you don't return my own under less than 2 hours, know that I'm not their mother that is talking to you. Go home and go home and take care of yourself. That was the end. She did not call me next time to say, have you settled or didn't you settle? Did he cook? Didn't he clean? He was not cleaning. He cleaned. My mother did not ask me again. She tell me the truth on my face straight. She's not the pampering type of mom. She's not a pampering type of mom. But if your mother is a pampering type of mother, they will say, Hamuda Sheli, me will be Clara, come back home. Azovoto, boy, Necromasim, divorce. Div, Sholek, Ulo Benadam Tov, Uloze. If your mother is the type, don't make her your mentor. Make sure your mentor is somebody that will look you straight in the eyes and tell you the truth. Make sure your mentor is somebody that will tell you the truth. How bitter it is. Because sometimes truth is bitter. It doesn't stop us from telling it. So, if she's not like that, look for somebody. Don't make your girlfriend, a girl, a woman, don't make your girlfriend to be your mentor if she's not a good type. Don't make your younger sister, your senior sister, your mentor if they are not the good type. But if they are the good type, you people can build your house together. They can help you. They can assist you. So both men and women, you should look for a mentor. Somebody that you will run in the time of crisis and tell him, this happened, and will tell you, do it this way, do it that way, and things will come back to normal. Okay? So we should make sure you have a good mentor. Okay? Another one I want to talk about is the families. We should be very careful of our families in our marriages. I come close to you. Draw your chair closer. Why do I say this? In families, your parents, they love you so much. You're a special child to them. And your husband, his own family love him. He may be a kind of a special child to them. And these people, whenever you have a crisis with your partner and you run to them, even if they don't fight for you or they are fighting for you, in the back of their mind, what is there is, please don't kill my child. Your husband's family is crying, don't kill my son. Your own family is crying, don't kill my daughter. They take over, how will I put this? Everybody is fighting like, don't kill my child, don't kill my son, don't kill my daughter. They have forgotten that you are now a mother to another person. You are now a wife to another person. You are now a mother to another children. She is after her own self. Don't kill my child. And you don't think about your own children and your own feeling towards your husband and your husband feeling towards you. They put all this our own inside and cover it, and they are fighting. Don't kill my child, don't kill my son, don't kill my daughter, don't kill me. And before you know it, actually for real, they don't mean it. They don't mean to hurt you. They don't mean to break your home. But before you know it, your mother will come and pull you out of that marriage. Or the mother of your husband will advise him, or the parents of your husband will advise him to quit from the marriage. You understand? Because whenever you start bringing your complaints to your parents, they are only centering, they want to kill themselves. They want to kill themselves. They are not killing anybody. It's only that if you're a girl and you are the type that your mouth is tap water, beres, papa, you're an idiot, you are this, you are that. Shut up. Zip. If he's hurting you, take earphone and put music in your ear and lower it so that he will not hear, so that you get your own nefesh. And let him to cool off. When he cool off, he go out and come in. You come to him at a quiet time and say, please, I am sorry for what happened. Some people tell me I will never say sorry. Even if you, please try to learn to say sorry. Learn to say sorry. Because if you say sorry, it will only make the whole case to go and give you another new page to start. Don't think that if you tell him sorry, it make you less of a person. No, it don't make you less of a person. Instead, it make you to be a responsible person and a loving person. Let them know that you love peace, and they will start giving you peace. When they disturb you for like a year or 2 years maximum, they will quit. And I advise everybody to please go and look for stages of marriage. There is a book called Stages of Marriage. Go and look for it and read it. Read it in the internet, so that you know that there is stages in marriage. Some of us, the mistake we have is that we are in stage 5 of marriage, and we continue to expect stage 1 to be in the stage 5. Or we are in stage 7 of marriage. This is the time that your children already start growing, like 10 years to 12 years. You are in that stage and you still want to bring stage 1, which is romantic stage, into the marriage. I didn't say it should not be. It should be, but it should be a garnish, not being a camote. We should go and read about stages of marriage. It's very important. I done it in one of my videos. If you can go and search in my videos, you see it, stages of marriage. So we should try to know. When the children get to some certain stage, like kind of 12 years, you are already, if you train them well, this will bring me to another topic of another day. Train your kids well. If you train your kids well, at 8 years, 9 years, my children, all of them are cooking. I'm not saying it with pride. I'm saying it because I know. I can even go. I always ask them, don't on the gas when I'm not at home, just out of fear. But if I'm at home, they cook everything they want. My child that is 9 years old, she can cook stew, she can cook rice, she can make hamburger, she can make schnitzel, she can make all manner of things. Likewise, my son, he can cook. Nobody will say, I'm waiting for mommy to come and cook what I'll eat. If you train your kids well, both men, both girls, both women, train them well so they get your freedom on time. Not, I see some children that 18 years, they're still calling their mother, Emma, eno helbabait. Mother, mommy, there is no food in the house. I feel like slapping them. Why are you calling me? Why should you call that? So we should train our kids well so that our stage will pass it in peace. And after this stage that children are independent, you and your husband will now recycle, go back to that stage 1, which is romantic stage again. This is life. But if you're not patient, you quit in stage 1. No, nobody quits in stage 1 and 2. Most quit in stage 2, stage 3, 4, 5. Just very few in stage 6. Stage 7 is going back to romantic stage again. He have time for you, you have time for him. You guys now discuss like friends again. Not even like lover, like friends. Okay? You can go anywhere you want, come back anytime you want. Nobody query you, you don't query anybody. You have mutual understanding. So we must be patient and pass all these stages. And we must go and read about the stages of marriage. Okay? So please, that shift me back. Make sure that you don't take much of your problem to your parents, because they will try to protect you and they will now help you in getting your divorce paper. I'm serious. Very, very serious. You think they're helping you and they think that they're helping you, and they end up helping you to divorce. And some of them, they're divorced after many years when they understand what has happened. You became their worst enemy. When you want to talk, and more especially when they divorced and they could not get any man attracted again, they could not get married. After a couple of years, 10 years, 15 years down the line, you become their enemy. You are the one that make me to be single. You are the one that caused you a short. You are the nightmare of my life. While you were trying to help her as a mother, as a sister, as a cousin, or as anything, or the man or the woman, it can happen to any of them. So we should be aware. We should be careful of our families, your close ones that love you so much. Don't take your problem so much to them, because they may end up helping you to get your divorce paper fast. Okay. Another one is that we should ask God for wisdom. Without wisdom, without kakama, it will be difficult for you. Ask God to give you wisdom. You must get wisdom for you to be able to make it in marriage. Without wisdom, it will be very, very hard. Another thing I want to talk about is that a lot of people lie so much. A lot of women, they lie so much. Shakanim, why are you lying? Maximum, he will tell you, don't do this. The house will be on fire for a few minutes and it will go. And you still maintain your respect. Because he will say, after all, he knows that I'm going to be angry. He knows that she knows that I'm going to be angry, and he or she still say the truth. Let us try to be transparent. Not some people they're in a wrong place, and the partner is calling them and they're telling them, I'm close to the house. And you know you are like 1 hour away from the house. And you know your mama should hook me bite, and you're telling him, Try to say the truth always. Why do you spend this money? Why do you spend it? I'm sorry. Something came up and they have to do the purchase. I'm sorry. I know it will hurt you. I'm sorry I did not tell you. At least the person will get angry, but he will know that you say the truth. Honesty is very, very important. Transparency is very, very important in marriage. Okay? It's very, very important. We must try to be honest in our marriage. Another thing is that you should try to put humor, a kind of sense of humor into your marriage. Make fun. Let everything be fun. In my own house, you don't even know who is a mother, who is a father. We dance together, we kick ass together, you know. We do all manner of things together. Put fun in your family. Don't do like all the time. Your face is like Lala Tov. The man, your face is like Lala Tov, the woman, the same thing. Your anger, you keep it and affect it to the children, affect it to everybody. Transfer aggressions. So please, we should try not to be transferring aggression. We should try put a kind of a sense of humor into our lives. Bring some happiness. Bring things that will make happiness in our families, okay? So, last but not the least, wow, I think I have done a great job today. Wow, could have seen it. Last, finance is another thing that nobody will explain to you how to manage your own. You manage it according to how it is easy for you. But I want to tell you, being with your partner, the first thing you should do is that learn to understand each other. If you guys understand each other before marriage, kudos financially. If you don't, I always advise women, the way I did mine, that make me to have financial freedom today. My husband don't even know how much he have. I control, I do everything, like virtually everything financially at home. He don't know how much he's earning. He know how much he's earning. He drop it into my palm. I'm the one to do expenses. I'm the one to give him more money. But before I could earn to that stage, what I did was, my first 6 months with him, living as husband and wife, I'll go to work. Any money I get, I'll keep it on the table for him to see. All the whole money, all. Maybe it's just few percent in my handbag. I'll keep it for him to see. Amount that he cannot query me. He will say, what is this? You know, the men, they like to pretend more than women. He will pretend and say, what is this? Maze. I say, Ma, Nirala. Nirala, Zekesef. What is this? What does it look like? It's money. He will say, for what? I say, it's my money, my salary for the month, what I earned for the month. He said, wow, you tried. Then I will bring exercise book. I buy a book. In the book, I make line, date, amount, month, January, February, March, April, income, expenses. Mashuni kanes be mashu left backward. I'll write my own. I got 4,000 shekel, for example, this month. Then I buy some things for the house. I do this. At the end of the month, I'll write balance. Then I do it first month, second month. He was holding his own money. Then after the second month, he's like, why am I suffering myself? He now come back and bring his own money and ask me, Mommy, this is my money I got for you. I said, wow, I hug him. I sing for him. I dance. You know, you add some humor, as I said. Humor, you dance and you add. As a woman, you don't need to be dolly. So, I calculated it. Write it down. Write date. In the expenses, we now have double income and we make one expenses. All the whole expenses goes to expenses side. Food, bills, everything. End of the month, this is the balance. He did it. He don't want to listen. Every month I try to read it for him and he pretend not to listen, not to be interested. I did it the third month, the same thing. He pretend not to listen, not to be interested. Fourth month, fifth month, this is how we started keeping money together. We do our things together. Mommy, how much do we have? I will say it. And even if he sneak and go to the book and check it, he will know that I'm saying the truth. Sometimes I know women, we can be small ganavims, you know. We can steal a little bit, you know. So, but it doesn't matter. At least, even if I tell him that we have like 100% and he come and see 95%, it won't be a problem. You understand I'm a woman. I have my siblings, I have small things I'm doing. Likewise, his own sisters that are calling me behind him. You understand? Or brothers like that. So, this is how you start keeping things together. It may be me or it may be the husband. It may be you or it may be the husband, but let it be accountability. Accountability. Let us know how much we get together. Let us know the expenses we do together. Let us know the balance that remain together. Let's know the projects we are doing together. You will have access to the project. I will have access to the project. Don't put me behind and be thinking that you are doing it for me. I may probably tell you, no, you're not doing it for me. You are doing it for yourself. You understand? This is how we should work. This is how I work with my own finance. And I believe if you follow this step in a gentle way, it will work out for you. Okay? If you follow this step, actually it's going to work out for you. So guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for staying with me for almost 1 hour and 8 minutes, I think. We have been talking to each other on how to know the things that we should know in our marriages. The things that nobody tells you about marriage. The things that you have to dig it out yourself. Okay? So thank you so much for staying by till the end of today's video. May God bless all of you, and may God give us the courage to work on those little stuff that we point at, and let us face the reality, because marriage is reality. It's not a fantasy. Let's live on the reality and not on the fantasy. Okay? If you are a returning subscriber to this channel, please, you are welcome. Thank you so much for staying by till this end. If you have not subscribed, please try to subscribe. Please, this particular video, you can see that I make time. It's not like my short video. I really make time, sit down, calculated. This is according to what you call a random collection of problems and things that affect people in marriages that nobody tell them what to do about it. This is what we discuss here today. Please, I will appreciate it if you can be kind enough to share this video to your loved ones, your sisters, your brothers, it's for everybody. Share this video and let it reach to everybody. Let people know what they're supposed to know. And also subscribe, so that if you subscribe, at the write down of the video, you see subscribe. After you click subscribe, it will give you a notification. You see all, you click all. It will help you each time I have time to drop an important message in this platform. You can be able to be notified, so you'll be able to be among the people that will get this video and watch them. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I love you so much. May God bless Israel. May God bless Nigeria, my country. May God bless the whole world. Shalom to you all. Bye for now.